Hi, it's Yeet, Yeeto, Yeetomato, Yeetomat, whatever you want to call me. Welcome back to another episode of pure, unfiltered, immense suffering. But it's what the people want, and I have to deliver. To say the absolute least, this one was rough, I'm not gonna lie. I stacked as many rings and buffs and things as I could, and the damage was still terrible. I was doing about 100 damage per hit, and I tried to get as much damage as I possibly could, but I couldn't get more. So if you're here to watch me suffer, then that's what you're gonna get. My stats are 38 strength and 48 dex, which nets me as much damage as possible. And I am light rolling, so I'm under 30% equip load. Unfortunately, I had to get rid of my fashionable helmet because it weighed way too much. As for rings, I've got the Flynn's ring and the Lloyd sword ring, so I do have to be at full health. This spear, by the way, doesn't do thrust damage, so the Leo ring isn't an option. It says I have like 300 something damage here, but that really isn't true because the damage is very split and it does like the worst possible damage type, which is fire. I've made a lot of really stupid builds in this game, but by far this is the dumbest one I've made. That being said, it's time to watch me suffer. So, enjoy. To put things into perspective, this here is a noob and it took 6 minutes and 27 seconds to kill him. So you don't have to watch the pain of this, I'm gonna fast forward through it, but as you can see, it's just agony to play with. Normally the charge weapon art is really good, but in this thing it like doesn't even work half the time. It'll go straight past them because the damage is so low and oh my god, I don't even have words for how bad this thing is. I play with the Lothric Knight Longspear sometimes, and if I did the charge here, like after hitting each other at the same time, then I do the charge to poise through the next thing, normally that thing would be extremely punishing. I would take off a huge chunk of his health bar, and the charge weapon art would true combo into an R1. So there goes over half the health bar, but with this thing, I don't have the stamina for another R1. I'm not actually sure if it would combo with another R1, but the damage is just garbage. It's abysmal. I'm sure all of you know that any weapon can be good as long as you have Sony Vegas. But for the sake of transparency here, I'm going to show you losses as well, because there's really no easy way to win with this thing. In this invasion, they're both glass cannons, so my damage wasn't terrible. This charge weapon art did like 260 something damage, and a single R1 on this naked guy over here did like 200 something damage as well. So this just almost felt like a normal invasion using a spear. In a completely shocking turn of events, this Onikiri and Ubadachi lady, she presses L1 after the weapon art. I'm not sure about you, but I, for one, am very bamboozled, I'm startled, and I never saw it coming. This might sound sad, but this was the most pleasant invasion I had while using this weapon. I'm kind of sad it didn't last very long too, because this murky hand-scythe tryhard on the ground there stole the kill from me. This next invasion didn't last very long. They both have very high damaging weapons, and I'm a wee little glass cannon, so of course I die in like 2 hits. By the way, the backstab damage is terrible, 547 I think it says. And I'm wearing the Hornet Ring. You would expect a little more than 547, right? Just to get this over with, I'm gonna cut to the part where I die. I foolishly messed up a rollback stab, and I really paid the price for it, and yet another example of why Dark Souls 3 hit stun is very fair. The 2-hit true combo system is very fair, it adds a lot of depth to the combat and the gameplay, and Dark Souls 3 just really wouldn't be the same without it. Speaking of the very intended features in Dark Souls 3 we all know and love, This spawn location here is perfect. It puts me in an excellent position to get the jump on these gankers here. I absolutely had time to get myself oriented and figure out where in the hell I was, and rolling off the cliff there was absolutely my fault and my mistake. I really don't know why I died there. All the odds were stacked in my favor, so obviously I am a terrible player for dying in that situation. Looks like it's taking a second for my hits to register on these guys. I think we should play a game of Who's That Pokemon? What country do you think they're from? I'll give you a second to guess. Ding 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 ding, winner! You guessed it, they're from China and they're using a VPN. So, who do you think is gonna win? Two Black Knight Shield users who are turtling up and playing passively as all hell with their straight swords, or the underrated, overpowered Soldering Iron? Cast your ballots now. Obviously it isn't me. Come on, did you think I had a chance? And as a surprise to no one, they point down on me because I was the big, bad, scary red man who broke their uninterrupted co-op with their friends. And I deserve it, because I am a terrible person. So to wrap things up, I'm gonna include this bonfire duel here. I think we'll cut right to the end though, because it drags on forever and ever, but I just felt genuinely bad for this guy. He seemed pretty good too, and he was backstab fishing. He didn't land any of them, but that's besides the point. The point is, he lost to a soldering iron. He's a tryhard, and that must have hurt badly. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. I'm genuinely sorry, okay? Anyway, that's about it. I don't know how much more of this I can take. Playing with this weapon was just dreadful, to say the absolute goddamn least. I'm not sure how much more of this I can take, honestly, so I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching, as usual. All the support has been very nice, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.